Spurs are back, baby, winning at home in the Premier League with a very convincing 2-0 win against Thomas Frank's former side, Brentford, in the Premier League. I am absolutely buzzing after this result. I think it was the statement result that Thomas Frank needed in what has been a turbulent start to his life at Spurs. Just needed that sort of statement, a controlling win, an attacking win. And I think with the lineup he went with yesterday, you would think we would have liked to have seen that lineup against Manchester United at home, Fulham at home, Wolves at home. And, you know, we could have been in a very different situation higher up in the Premier League table. But, you know, I'm just really happy with that result and think that this could be now the result where Spurs can go into Slavia Prague on Tuesday, Nottingham Forest next weekend as well, build up some more points, get some more wins, get that morale up, and hopefully Thomas Frank is now turning the tide at Spurs. But before we go any further, I want to say welcome to the Saints of Spurs YouTube channel. If you are new around here, we're going to be talking about Xavi Simons, Thomas Frank, the tactics that he used, how I think he's unlocked Xavi Simons now. But yeah, if you are new, get down below, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell because it will let you know when I've gone live in instances such as this. Also, hype the video and let me know in the comments down below, what did you make of Xavi? And are you starting to warm to Thomas Frank if you weren't already? And with these reaction videos, obviously, they're a bit late. I know the game was yesterday, but I was out last night. So I thought I'd do a reaction video now to the game. And a lot more, the stats were a lot better from Spurs. I will say that. 16 shots, 9 on target, 53% possession to Brentford's 5 shots and only 1 on target for them, 47% possession as well. I just feel like Brentford, there wasn't too many chances for them in this game. From what I saw, it was just really controlled from Spurs. You know, another clean sheet. Vicario, I don't think was tested that much. Romero and Van der Ven, I thought, you know, Van der Ven made a really good last-ditch tackle, which was really good at one stage, I think, from Thiago. And also, I mean, Romero, lucky to maybe still be on the pitch with the tackle he did. Proper cruncher, got a yellow card. I mean, it's just not an ideal tackle in 2025, is it? So I think he was quite a lucky boy, I will say that. But overall, I thought, yeah, Spurs were a lot better attacking patterns of play, you know, going through Xavi Simons, which is what we've wanted to see for ages. I think when we saw Xavi Simons on the lineup graphic, we knew that this was the perfect game for him. We knew we'd probably have some space in Brentford's midfield, you know, with the likes of Yarmouk and Henderson, maybe, you know, not being up to scratch to cope with our more dynamic midfield. I thought Archie Gray was really good, more controlling, a bit more tempo. And I think he dovetailed really nicely with Rodrigo Bentancur, better than just always having Palhinha in there and Bentancur, just a bit dull, isn't it? I mean, even a Bergvall probably would have been good in there for a bit more legs. But I guess with Archie Gray, you have a little bit more of a technical passer in those sort of short spaces. So I was happy about that. And then I thought Kudus was good. Richarlison had better movement. I thought Colin Mwani was probably the weakest player in that forward front four. But yeah, a really better display. I think Porro was better. Spence was better. Spence was really good, by the way. And Porro really good for that first goal. The ball up the line, which plays in Xavi Simons' first time cross. Richarlison cannot miss. You know, that is probably Richarlison's bread and butter. That sort of finish. And then the Xavi Simons goal. Gets it from, well, loses it at first, wins it back. He's quite a tough tackler. All those people say he's quite weak, I think we're wrong, because he wins it back. He just strides through the midfield and tucks it into the bottom left-hand corner. And then the second half was pretty routine, wasn't it? Pretty comfortable in the sense of just a normal day at the office. Just really, you know, not inviting too much pressure, keeping hold of the ball. And I know the Spurs fans needed this at home, didn't they? We needed a win. We needed a performance because it was just, you know, the atmosphere at home has been troublesome, isn't it? I've said it on videos on my channel. I've said it on my TalkSport you know, show that I'm on. It has been a really tough time for us Spurs fans, wanting to really get up off our seats. And I know, you know, 2-0, it's not 3-4-5, so it isn't like as exciting, but it could have been that. I feel like it could have been that. And that was probably because of the performance of Xavi Simons. I just thought he was absolutely fantastic, just dynamic, passing, just, you know, getting his head up and picking off where he wants to go. And then it's sort of like, didn't put as much pressure on Mohamed Kudus to always feel like he's got to deliver something or dribble a player or, you know, take on his man. It was sort of giving Brentford as an opposition a bit of a headache, as if to go, oh, who do we pick up here? So thought it was really, really good, really well controlled game from Spurs in the end, which I was very, really happy about. We needed this win. You know, Thomas Frank coming into this game, I feel like if he would have lost it or even drawn it, the knives would have been out. The pressure would have been on him massively, especially ahead of this Christmas, December busy period in the Premier League, in Europe as well. So I just feel like, yeah, Thomas Frank needed this, especially against his former club. If Keith Andrews had come to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and picked up some points, it would have been really disappointing. But yeah, I don't think Brentford really troubled us whatsoever. I mean, Kevin Shardo, I thought has been good this season. Dango Ouattara, I thought they were quite quiet. And I feel like, the fullback, he really struggled, didn't he? He really struggled against Mo Kudus, pulling him back a few times. I mean, there was a lovely bit of skill that Mo Kudus did on the right-hand side where he left AF for dead. So it's just a really good performance in such a tricky week. And as I say, with the fixtures coming thick and fast, if we can get some more momentum, get some more points on the board, it was a really good day, with Arsenal losing, Liverpool drawing, Chelsea, lots of people in and around us and teams dropping points at a vital Premier League weekend, and we've come out strong. So it was really, really good. And more on Xavi Simons, I want to sort of hone in on an interview that Micky van der Ven did with the in-house media team after, of how important he is for the side.
Micky, what a performance out there, particularly at the back. How good does it feel to get a clean sheet here at home?
I think it was really important to get the 3 points today. Obviously, the run lately at home was not the best run. So really happy to keep the clean sheet and get the 3 points today.
How hard did the team have to work today? It felt like there was a really intense focus on getting high up the pitch, going man for man and winning those individual battles.
To be honest, I think we were really physical today and we won a lot of battles, a lot of 50-50s. What you said as well, we tried to squeeze up the park more often because we know with Brentford also they play the ball back and they just try to play straight behind. So we knew about that, and then the pressing from the front guys was really good today as well. So I think that was really important today.
Tell us about Xavi today, Micky. He got the assist, he got the goal. He's just told us once he went into the box, because of your goal, he knew he had to score. So, I mean, that's what it's about today, isn't it?
Yeah, unbelievable performance from Xavi today. I think with the goal and assist, he was really important today, and also I think he brought the creativity today on the midfield.
How has he been? Because he's such a great technical player, and we can all see that. But is it just probably that time to adapt to new surroundings on and off the pitch? Just get used to the Premier League, new football.
Yeah, of course, it's really different. I think people underestimate a bit how the Premier League is, and if you come from another league, of course, with all respect to the other leagues, because other leagues are also really intense level and really good level with a lot of quality players. But the Premier League physically and how it goes up and down is just different. And everybody knows Xavi has a lot of qualities, and everybody can see it. I think this is really important for him today. For him as well, is really important. Of course, he knew people will be on him and everything. You know what people say about players who are coming to the Premier League for a big amount of money. People will be on you, and he knows as well. So I think today he did a really good job, and I knew already that he has the quality to play in the Premier League and to become a key player for us. And I think he showed it today by himself.
There's a brilliant video of you doing the rounds on social media at the moment, Micky, and it's after. It might have been you or Kuti that won the tackle after the ball went back into our box, and you're both shouting over at Mo to just kind of give him a little nudge. Mo was absolutely outstanding today. It's not me just picking out an individual, but I wondered how important it is for you two at the back to almost be driving standards to the rest of their team, to be making sure that even in those moments with 20 minutes to go, you're still keeping everyone watertight.
Yeah, we just want to keep a clean sheet with the backline. I think that's the most important part. So every time when someone is doing, I wouldn't call it strange things, but you know what I mean. We need to be on them. We need to keep them awake. We need everybody to keep them awake and make sure we get 3 points and just keep defending like we did the whole game. And I think that's important in these moments.
We heard your song 3 or 4 times today from the fans. They've got such enormous adoration for you, particularly when you make those recovery runs, those recovery tackles. How much does it mean to you when you go and recover the ball in the way that you do and you just hear the support from the fans? Does it give you a bit of a buzz on the pitch?
Yeah, of course, it's an unbelievable feeling because you hear it. But the thing is, when you do the action and they start singing, the game continues. So you can't really enjoy the moment, obviously, because you need to focus on the next action. But yeah, of course, I appreciate it every time when I do it again.
Micky, brilliant today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Cheers, bud.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
So yeah, Xavi is going to be a vital cog in this team. We knew when he came in, he had this capability, and I feel like we only saw him in cameos earlier on in the season, playing on the left, not really in the 10. And I think like Archie Gray is probably the perfect midfielder to complement him. Same with Bensicle, maybe a bit more than a Palhinha. It means he's going to get in those pockets in that sort of 10 space and really progress the ball on and feed the likes of Solanke when he comes back, Richarlison, Kalamawani, the Wiggers as well, whoever we face. So yeah, a really good, strong performance from Spurs. But as I say, and as I sound like a broken record, don't I, guys? We need to now take this momentum into the rest of the season and really pick up points. It's why I think, this is probably the most Thomas Frank display we've seen from Thomas Frank, and it was against his old club. So, yeah, really happy with that. I think this is going to be hopefully the game to revitalise Spurs this season. But as I said at the beginning, let me know in the comments down below, what did you make of the game? What did you make of Xavi Simons, Thomas Frank, all that good stuff. And as always, if you have enjoyed this, help me out by leaving a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and also hype the video if you can. But until next time, guys, I will see you guys very soon. Bye.